Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I, Professor Said Guleimov, will be presenting today's lecture on Cyber Law, Lecture 1, Fundamentals of Cyber Law, Part 2. We'll dive into the methods of legal regulation in cyberspace and explore strategies for protecting rights in the digital realm. Get ready to tackle the intricacies of cyber law conflicts and discover the importance of unification in this dynamic field. We'll conclude by examining cyber law's place in the broader legal system, methods of legal regulation in cyberspace, imperative, dispositive, and recommendatory. Introduction to cyberspace regulation methods. The digital realm presents unprecedented challenges to traditional legal frameworks, necessitating innovative approaches to regulation. As shown on the slide, cyberspace regulation methods encompass three primary categories: imperative, dispositive, and recommendatory. These methods grapple with the fluid, global nature of online activities, often pushing the boundaries of conventional legal concepts. Lawrence Lessig's groundbreaking code as law concept introduces a fourth dimension, recognizing technological architecture itself as a form of regulation. Richard Espinalov aptly notes the need for adaptive approaches that govern digital interactions while preserving innovation and freedoms. Joel R. Reidenberg's observation that information technologies contain rule-making capabilities further underscores the unique regulatory landscape of cyberspace. As we delve deeper into each method, we'll uncover how they address the borderless nature of cyberspace and the ongoing challenge of balancing effective governance with innovation and individual rights. The imperative method in cyberspace. The imperative method stands as a powerful tool in the arsenal of cyberspace regulation, wielding mandatory rules and prohibitions backed by legal sanctions. As illustrated on the slide, prime examples of this approach include the EU's General Data Protection Regulation and the US Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. The GDPR's establishment of substantial administrative fines for non-compliance demonstrates the method's teeth, while the CFAA's criminalization of unauthorized computer access showcases its reach into the realm of cybercrime. The Convention on Cybercrime represents an ambitious attempt to harmonize cybercrime legislation across jurisdictions. However, the borderless nature of the digital environment presents significant enforcement challenges, as starkly illustrated by the United States v. Aaron Swartz case. This tension between imperative regulation and internet freedom remains a critical point of debate, with critics arguing that overly restrictive laws can stifle innovation and free expression. The dispositive method in cyberspace. The dispositive method in cyberspace regulation emphasizes contractual freedom and party autonomy, offering flexibility in digital interactions. As highlighted on the slide, this approach finds relevance in areas such as e-commerce and domain name disputes. The U.S. Electronic Signatures in Global and National Commerce Act exemplifies how dispositive methods provide a foundation for electronic contract, adapting traditional contract law to the digital age. ICANN's Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy further demonstrates the application of dispositive regulation in resolving domain name conflicts. However, cases like Spec v. Netscape Communications Corp. reveal the challenges in applying traditional contract principles to digital transactions. Industry self-regulation, such as platform codes of conduct, represents another facet of dispositive methods. The ongoing challenge lies in striking a balance between contractual freedom and consumer protection, especially in situations of unequal bargaining power within the digital landscape. The recommendatory method in cyber governance. The recommendatory method in cyber governance harnesses the power of soft law instruments, guidelines, and best practices to shape behavior in the digital realm. As shown on the slide, the OECD guidelines on privacy protection stand as a prime example of this approach, significantly influencing data protection legislation worldwide. Technical standards developed by organizations like the Internet Engineering Task Force play a crucial role in shaping Internet architecture and user behavior. The adaptability of recommendatory methods to rapid technological changes makes them particularly valuable in the fast-paced digital environment. Multi-stakeholder initiatives such as the Internet Governance Forum contribute significantly to developing recommendatory norms. The interplay between these soft law approaches and formal legislation is increasingly important, with recommendatory methods often serving as precursors to binding regulations or providing complementary guidance for interpreting hard law in the complex landscape of cyberspace. Hybrid approaches and regulatory mixes. The complex nature of cyberspace governance often calls for nuanced strategies that blend different regulatory methods. As illustrated on the slide, hybrid approaches and regulatory mixes combine imperative, dispositive, and recommendatory elements to address multifaceted challenges. The EU's Digital Services Act exemplifies this approach, incorporating mandatory obligations, co-regulatory elements, and recommendatory guidelines within a single framework. The concept of regulated self-regulation has gained traction in online content moderation, balancing industry autonomy with regulatory oversight. Regulatory sandboxes offer a controlled environment for experimenting with new technologies under relaxed conditions, fostering innovation while maintaining safeguards. These hybrid approaches reflect the need for regulatory flexibility in the face of rapidly evolving digital landscapes. However, balancing different regulatory methods within a cohesive framework presents its own challenges, requiring careful design to avoid conflict and ensure effective governance in the digital realm. Technological method of regulation. Technological method of regulation embody Lawrence Lessig's profound concept of code as law, recognizing the power of digital architecture in shaping user behavior. As highlighted on the slide, digital rights management systems exemplify this approach, with legal frameworks like the Digital Millennium Copyright Act prohibiting their circumvention. Content filtering technologies and AI-driven regulation introduce powerful tools for governance, but raise critical questions about transparency, accountability, and potential bias. The ongoing debates surrounding encryption backdoors underscore the tension between security imperatives and privacy rights in technological regulation. Privacy-enhancing technologies offer a user-driven approach to regulation, empowering individuals in the digital space. As we integrate these technological methods into legal frameworks, we must carefully consider their limitations and potential consequences, necessitating ongoing dialogue between technologists, policymakers, and legal experts to navigate the complex ethical and legal challenges they present. International aspect of cyberspace regulation. The borderless nature of the Internet presents formidable challenges in cyberspace regulation, demanding innovative approaches to international governance. As shown on the slide, the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime stands as a landmark attempt to establish a common policy across nations in combating digital crime. Regulatory convergence efforts, exemplified by initiatives like the EU-US Privacy Shield, aim to reconcile differing approaches to data protection across jurisdictions. However, cross-border conflicts persist, particularly evident in areas such as the right to be forgotten and data localization practices. These challenges drive innovations in regulatory approaches and necessitate enhanced international cooperation mechanisms. The global nature of cyberspace underscores the critical need for harmonized approaches and collaboration across jurisdictions. As we move forward, addressing these international aspects remains crucial for ensuring consistent and effective governance in our interconnected digital world. Evaluating cyberspace regulatory methods. The dynamic nature of cyberspace necessitates ongoing evaluation of regulatory methods to ensure their effectiveness and relevance. As illustrated on the slide, evaluation methodologies consider factors such as compliance rates, adaptability to technological changes, and stakeholder acceptance. Regulatory impact assessments play a crucial role in anticipating the effects of cyber regulations on various stakeholders and the broader digital ecosystem. The challenge lies in developing robust evaluation frameworks that can capture the complex and often far-reaching impacts of these regulations. Cost-effectiveness analysis has gained importance in assessing the viability of different regulatory approaches. Public consultations serve as valuable tools for gathering stakeholder feedback, ensuring that regulatory methods remain responsive to the needs and concerns of those they affect. As we refine our governance approaches, these evaluation processes become increasingly vital in navigating the ever-evolving landscape of cyberspace regulation. Emerging regulatory methods in cyberspace governance. The rapid evolution of digital technologies continually challenges traditional regulatory paradigms, spurring the development of innovative governance approaches. As highlighted on the slide, smart regulation emphasizes flexible, context-sensitive strategies adaptable to the dynamic digital environment. Blockchain technology offers intriguing possibilities for decentralized regulation models, potentially revolutionizing aspects of digital governance. Artificial intelligence and machine learning enable the creation of adaptive regulatory systems capable of evolving with technological advancements. The concept of regulation by design integrates regulatory considerations into the early stages of technological development, potentially preempting issues before they arise. Participatory rule-making processes enhance the legitimacy and effectiveness of regulatory methods by involving diverse stakeholders. These emerging approaches reflect the ongoing quest for regulatory methods that can match the dynamism and complexity of our digital world, promising more responsive and effective governance in cyberspace. Conclusion: the future of cyberspace regulation. As we conclude our exploration of cyberspace regulation methods, we recognize the distinct advantages and unique challenges presented by imperative, dispositive, and recommendatory approaches. The future of cyber regulation lies in our ability to balance these methods, leveraging their strengths while mitigating their weaknesses. Hybrid approaches and regulatory mixes reflect the need for nuanced strategies in addressing the complex challenges of the digital age. As we move forward, the integration of technological methods, the navigation of international aspects, and the adoption of emerging regulatory approaches will play crucial roles in shaping effective governance. Lawrence Lessig's observation that our current decisions will determine cyberspace's future as a space of freedom or control remains profoundly relevant. The ongoing evolution of cyber law, driven by technological advancements, societal changes, and global challenges, underscores the critical importance of adaptive and innovative regulatory approaches in securing a fair, secure, and open digital future. Legal methods and means of protection and self-defense of rights and interests of subjects in cyberspace. Introduction to protection methods in cyberspace. The digital frontier demands a new paradigm of legal protection, one that can adapt to the borderless nature of the Internet. As shown on the slide, protecting rights in cyberspace requires a diverse arsenal of methods, including judicial, administrative, and self-help measures. The emergence of digital self-defense as a critical component underscores the unique challenges posed by the online world. Lawrence Lessig's prescient observation that code is law highlights the intricate intertwining of technical and legal measures in this domain. Clara Fritch's emphasis on the need for harmonized approaches across jurisdictions reflects the global nature of these challenges. As we navigate this complex landscape, we must confront the persistent issues of jurisdiction and anonymity, necessitating flexible and innovative approaches. This multifaceted strategy forms the foundation of our exploration into safeguarding rights in the ever-evolving digital realm. Judicial protection in cyberspace. Judicial protection in cyberspace grapples with unprecedented challenges, chief among them the intricate task of establishing jurisdiction in a borderless digital world. As highlighted on the slide, courts are adapting traditional remedies to effectively address cyber violations, while specialized cyber courts emerge to tackle the complexities of digital disputes. The Yahoo Inc. v. LICRA case stands as a stark example of the international legal debate surrounding the enforcement of local laws on a global scale. Similarly, the Google LLC v. CNIL case underscores the far-reaching implications of cyber-related judicial decisions. The rise of alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, exemplified by ICANN's Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy, reflects the need for streamlined processes in resolving cyber conflicts. As we delve deeper into judicial protection, we'll uncover the intricate balance between enforcing digital rights and navigating the complexities of a globally interconnected cyberspace. Administrative protection measures. Administrative authorities wield significant power in the realm of cyber law enforcement, forming a crucial line of defense in protecting digital rights. As illustrated on the slide, the EU's General Data Protection Regulation exemplifies this approach, empowering national data protection authorities to impose substantial fines for violations. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission's use of its authority under the FTC Act to address cybersecurity and privacy issues demonstrates the adaptability of existing administrative frameworks to new digital challenges. The ongoing investigations by the Irish Data Protection Commission into tech giants like Facebook underscore the growing role and reach of these authorities. However, the effectiveness of administrative fines in deterring cyber violations remains a subject of debate, particularly given the global nature of digital services. As we explore further, we'll uncover the intricate dance of cross-border administrative cooperation in cyber enforcement, a critical yet challenging aspect of protecting rights in our interconnected digital world. Self-help and technical protection measures. In the digital age, self-help and technical protection measures have become indispensable tools in the defense of cyber rights. As shown on the slide, technical protection measures and digital rights management systems have gained legal recognition through landmark legislation like the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and the EU Copyright Directive. The controversial concept of hackback pushes the boundaries of permissible countermeasures in cyberspace, sparking intense legal and ethical debates. Emerging technologies like blockchain and smart contracts offer novel possibilities for self-executing protection mechanisms. Encryption stands as a cornerstone of data protection, encouraged by laws like GDPR, yet it faces ongoing challenges regarding law enforcement access. As we delve deeper, we'll explore how cybersecurity best practices, while not strictly legal, can significantly influence the legal standards of care in data breach cases, highlighting the intricate interplay between technical measures and legal frameworks in cyberspace protection. Collective protection mechanisms. Collective protection mechanisms serve as powerful tools in addressing widespread cyber violations and advocating for digital rights. As highlighted on the slide, class action lawsuits have proven particularly effective in tackling large-scale data breaches, exemplified by high-profile cases like the Equifax settlement. Consumer protection organizations play a crucial role in initiating strategic litigation, advancing legal protections in the digital realm. Industry associations contribute by developing and enforcing online safety standards, such as the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard for payment card security. The emergence of cyber insurance provides a financial safety net against digital threats, reflecting the growing recognition of cyber risk in the business world. As we explore further, we'll uncover how decentralized autonomous organizations offer intriguing possibilities for collective rights management in the digital age, showcasing the innovative approaches being developed to protect rights in cyberspace. International cooperation in cyber protection. International cooperation stands as a cornerstone in the global effort to protect rights across digital borders. As illustrated on the slide, the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime represents a landmark attempt to harmonize national laws and facilitate cross-border cooperation in combating cyber threats. Interpol's Global Complex for Innovation exemplifies the international community's commitment to addressing cyber challenges collaboratively. Mutual legal assistance treaties provide a crucial framework for cross-border evidence gathering, though they often face criticism for their slow processes in the fast-paced digital world. The rise of cyber diplomacy in international negotiations underscores the growing recognition of cybersecurity as a key issue in global affairs. As we delve deeper, we'll explore initiatives like the Virtual Global Task Force, which combats specific threats such as online child exploitation, highlighting the diverse areas where international cooperation is crucial in safeguarding rights in our interconnected digital world. Preventive measures and risk management. Preventive measures and risk management form the frontline defense in protecting digital rights and assets. As shown on the slide, the concept of privacy by design, mandated by the GDPR, represents a paradigm shift in integrating data protection into system development from the outset. Legal requirements for cybersecurity risk assessment have become commonplace, with frameworks like NIST providing crucial guidance. The implementation of data protection impact assessments offers a proactive approach to evaluating and mitigating privacy risks. The growing emphasis on cyber resilience reflects a shift towards maintaining operational continuity even in the face of cyber attacks. As we explore further, we'll uncover how AI and machine learning are being leveraged for predictive protection, raising novel legal questions in the process. These proactive strategies, coupled with incident response planning and breach notification requirements, form a comprehensive approach to safeguarding rights in the ever-evolving digital landscape. Remedies and compensation in cyberspace. The intangible nature of digital harms presents unique challenges in determining appropriate remedies and compensation in cyberspace. As highlighted on the slide, statutory damages, such as those provided in US copyright law, offer a solution where actual damages are difficult to quantify. Courts grapple with the complex task of assessing online reputational damage, pushing the boundaries of traditional legal concepts. The rise of cyber insurance provides a financial safety net, offering compensation for a range of digital losses. Non-monetary remedies, such as content removal, play a crucial role in addressing online harms, as exemplified by the right to be forgotten in EU law. As we delve deeper, we'll explore how emerging technologies like smart contracts offer potential for automated remedies, showcasing the innovative approaches being developed to address the unique nature of digital harms in our interconnected world. Education and awareness in cyber protection. Education and awareness stand as critical pillars in the comprehensive strategy of cyber protection. As illustrated on the slide, legal frameworks increasingly recognize the importance of these elements, with regulations like the New York Department of Financial Services Cybersecurity Regulation mandating regular training for covered entities. The concept of cyber hygiene best practices has begun to inform the standard of care in negligence cases, highlighting the legal implications of digital literacy. Public awareness campaigns, such as the EU's Safer Internet Day, play a crucial role in promoting online safety and responsible digital citizenship. As we explore further, we'll uncover how professional cybersecurity certifications are gaining recognition in legal contexts, and how ethical hacking and penetration testing serve as vital educational tools for identifying vulnerabilities. These educational initiatives form a crucial complement to legal and technical measures, fostering a culture of cybersecurity awareness essential for protecting rights in our digital age. Conclusion: integrated approach to cyber protection. As we conclude our exploration of cyber protection methods, it becomes clear that safeguarding rights in the digital realm demands a holistic, integrated approach. As shown on the slide, this strategy must deftly combine legal, technical, and educational measures to create a robust defense against ever-evolving cyber threats. The global nature of these challenges necessitates unprecedented levels of international cooperation and legal harmonization. We've seen how emerging technologies offer new possibilities for protection while simultaneously raising novel legal questions. The delicate balance between individual responsibility and institutional protection remains a key consideration in developing effective cyber protection strategies. As we look to the future, it's evident that cyber law must continually evolve in tandem with technological advancements to remain relevant and effective. In the words of Lawrence Lessig, our generation faces the monumental task of building a cyberspace that protects our cherished values, a challenge that will shape the digital landscape for years to come. Conflict in cyber law, causes of emergence, and peculiarities of conflict regulation. Introduction to cyber law conflicts. The borderless nature of the Internet has given rise to a new frontier of legal challenges, pushing the boundaries of traditional notions of jurisdiction and applicable law. As illustrated on the slide, cyber law conflict manifests in three primary areas: jurisdictional issues, applicable law determination, and enforcement challenges. To navigate this complex landscape, legal scholars and practitioners have developed key concepts such as the targeting approach, which focuses on whether online activities are directed at a particular jurisdiction, and the effects doctrine, which assesses jurisdiction based on the impact of online activities in a forum. The country of origin principle aims to provide legal certainty for online service providers operating across borders. Understanding these conflicts and emerging principles is not merely an academic exercise. It's crucial for effective cyber governance in our increasingly interconnected digital world. Jurisdictional conflict in cyberspace. Jurisdictional conflict in cyberspace epitomizes the tension between the Internet's global nature and the territorial foundations of legal systems. As shown on the slide, landmark cases have shaped our understanding of these challenges. The Zippo case introduced a sliding scale test for personal jurisdiction based on website interactivity, a pioneering attempt to adapt traditional legal principles to the digital realm. The effects doctrine has emerged as a powerful tool, allowing courts to assert jurisdiction over foreign defendants whose internet activities significantly impact the forum. In the European context, the Brussels I regulation provides a structured framework for establishing jurisdiction in civil and commercial matters. For cybercrime cases, the Convention on Cybercrime promotes international cooperation and establishes broad bases for jurisdiction. These varied approaches reflect the ongoing struggle to reconcile the borderless nature of cyberspace with the territorial underpinnings of legal systems. Applicable law conflict in cyber disputes. The determination of applicable law in cyber disputes presents a complex tapestry of legal principles and international frameworks. As highlighted on the slide, the EU's Rome I and II regulations provide structured approaches for determining applicable law in contractual and non-contractual obligations respectively. Party autonomy takes center stage in contractual relationships, while the law of the country where damage occurs often governs non-contractual cases. The concept of mandatory rules adds a layer of complexity, applying regardless of the chosen law. In the realm of intellectual property disputes, the lex loci protectionist principle is common but faces significant challenges in the context of online infringements. The emergence of decentralized systems like blockchain has sparked new legal theories, such as lex cryptographia, pushing the boundaries of traditional legal thinking. These diverse approaches underscore the ongoing challenge of adapting established legal principles to the fluid nature of cyberspace. Enforcement conflict in cyberspace. Enforcement in cyberspace stands as one of the most formidable challenges in the digital legal landscape. As illustrated on the slide, cases like Google Inc. v. Equistech Solutions Inc. bring to light the complex issues surrounding the extraterritorial reach of court orders in the digital realm. The borderless nature of cyberspace clashes with the territorial limitation of legal systems, creating a perfect storm for enforcement conflicts. Asset recovery in cryptocurrency-related crimes adds another layer of complexity, with the decentralized nature of blockchain technology defying traditional enforcement mechanisms. While mutual legal assistance treaties aim to facilitate cross-border cooperation, their often sluggish processes struggle to keep pace with the rapid flow of digital information. The contentious debates surrounding the global application of the right to be forgotten further underscore the intricate balancing act between differing legal principles and the technical realities of the Internet. Data protection and privacy law conflicts. Data protection and privacy law conflicts stand at the forefront of cyber law challenges, epitomizing the tension between global data flows and national legal frameworks. As shown on the slide, the General Data Protection Regulation's extraterritorial application has sent shockwaves through the global digital landscape. The Schrems II case brought into sharp focus the fundamental conflict between EU data protection principles and US surveillance practices. Data localization requirements in countries like Russia and China add another layer of complexity, forcing global businesses to navigate a fragmented regulatory landscape. The global implementation of the right to be forgotten has ignited heated debates, pitting privacy rights against freedom of expression across jurisdictions. As we delve deeper into this conflict, we uncover the intricate interplay between data protection laws and content moderation practices, revealing the complex balancing act required in our interconnected digital world. Intellectual property conflict in cyberspace. Intellectual property rights face unprecedented challenges in the borderless realm of cyberspace. As highlighted on the slide, the tension between territorial IP rights and global digital technologies has given rise to complex legal conflicts. The concept of digital exhaustion, exemplified by the Usoft v. Oracle case, challenges traditional notions of IP rights across jurisdictions. Trademark enforcement in the digital domain, facilitated by ICANN's Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy, walks a tightrope between protecting brand rights and preserving free speech. The varying approaches to software patent eligibility across different legal systems create a landscape of uncertainty for global innovators. intermediary liability for IP infringements remains a contentious issue, with significant variation across jurisdictions. These conflicts underscore the ongoing challenge of adapting intellectual property frameworks, traditionally rooted in territorial consent, to the borderless nature of the digital world. Consumer protection conflict in e-commerce. E-commerce has transformed consumer interactions, but it has also given rise to complex legal conflict in consumer protection. As illustrated on the slide, the EU's Consumer Rights Directive aims to harmonize protection across member states, yet its application to third-country traders remains a point of contention. The tension between country of origin and country of destination principles creates a challenging landscape for both consumers and businesses operating in the global digital marketplace. Differing approaches to cooling off periods and unfair contract terms across jurisdictions present significant compliance challenges for global platforms. Cross-border enforcement of consumer rights often necessitates intricate cooperation between national authorities. The rise of decentralized marketplaces adds another layer of complexity, blurring traditional definitions of seller and consumer roles. These conflicts highlight the ongoing struggle to adapt consumer protection frameworks to the reality of borderless digital commerce. Cybercrime and national security conflicts. Cybercrime and national security issues in the digital age present a complex web of legal and diplomatic challenges. As shown on the slide, the Budapest Convention stands as a landmark effort to harmonize cybercrime laws and facilitate international cooperation. However, cross-border evidence gathering remains a significant hurdle, with initiatives like the US Cloud Act and EU evidence proposal aiming to streamline this process. The ongoing debate surrounding encryption and government data access underscores the tension between privacy rights and national security imperatives. Extraterritorial application of national cybersecurity laws creates a compliance minefield for multinational companies. The attribution of state-sponsored cyber attacks adds another layer of complexity, blurring the lines between criminal law and international relations. These multifaceted challenges highlight the need for innovative legal approaches that can balance national security concerns with individual rights in our interconnected digital world. Specialized conflict resolution mechanisms. The unique nature of cyber dispute has given rise to specialized conflict resolution mechanisms tailored to the digital landscape. As highlighted on the slide, ICANN's Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy provides a streamlined process for resolving domain name disputes, bridging the gap between trademark law and the technical realities of the Internet. Online dispute resolution platforms, exemplified by the EU's ODR platform, offer innovative solutions for e-commerce conflicts, providing accessible justice in the digital realm. The increasing use of cyber-specific arbitration clauses in digital service agreements reflects the need for specialized expertise in resolving tech-related disputes. Emerging technologies like blockchain-based smart contracts and AI-powered systems are pushing the boundaries of automated conflict resolution, though they raise important questions about legal validity and fairness. These mechanisms represent the evolving landscape of conflict resolution in cyberspace, adapting to the unique challenges of the digital age. Conclusion: challenges and future of cyber law conflicts. As we conclude our exploration of cyber law conflict, it's clear that the digital realm presents unprecedented challenges to traditional legal frameworks. The complex interplay between jurisdictional issues, applicable law determinations, and enforcement challenges defies simple solutions. As highlighted on the slide, international cooperation and harmonization efforts are crucial, yet national divergences persist, reflecting the tension between global connectivity and state sovereignty. Soft law and industry self-regulation offer flexibility in addressing rapidly evolving technologies, but they also raise questions about accountability and enforceability. The fundamental tension between territorial legal systems and the borderless nature of cyberspace necessitates creative solutions and potentially a reimagining of traditional legal concepts. As we look to the future, it's evident that the evolution of cyber law will require continuous adaptation, interdisciplinary collaboration, and a truly global perspective to effectively govern our interconnected digital world. Unification and standardization of cyber law. Introduction to cyber law unification and standardization. The digital realm knows no borders, yet our legal systems remain rooted in territorial sovereignty. As shown on the slide, the unification and standardization of cyber law address this fundamental tension, focusing on key areas such as cybercrime, data protection, e-commerce, and intellectual property. International organizations like the UNITU and UNCITRAL spearhead these efforts, wielding tools such as model law, international conventions, and soft law instruments. The goal is ambitious yet crucial: to create uniform standards that respect diverse legal traditions while addressing the unique characteristics of cyberspace. This process requires delicate negotiation and compromise across the tapestry of legal systems and cultures. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll uncover the intricate balance between national sovereignty and the inexorable march of global digital activities, shaping the legal landscape of our interconnected world. Cybercrime legislation harmonization. In the fight against digital crime, harmonization of cybercrime legislation stands as a crucial battlefront. As highlighted on the slide, the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime of 2001 emerges as the vanguard in this effort, providing a common baseline for criminalizing cyber offenses across borders. Regional initiatives complement this global approach, with the African Union Convention on Cybersecurity and Personal Data Protection addressing continent-specific challenges. Within the European Union, the Directive on Attacks Against Information Systems aims to align member states' approaches, creating a unified front against cyber threats. For common law jurisdictions, the Commonwealth Model Law on Computer and Computer-Related Crime offers a valuable template. However, the path to full harmonization remains fraught with challenges, particularly in reconciling disparate national priorities and legal traditions when it comes to cybercrime penalties. Data protection law standardization. In our data-driven world, the standardization of data protection laws has become a pressing global concern. As illustrated on the slide, key frameworks such as the OECD Privacy Guidelines, APEC Privacy Framework, and the EU's General Data Protection Regulation are shaping the landscape. The GDPR in particular has emerged as a de facto global standard, its influence rippling across legislative efforts worldwide. The Council of Europe's Convention 108+ extends these protections beyond EU borders, while the ISO IEC 27701/2019 provides a technical framework for implementing data protection principles. However, significant challenges remain in reconciling divergent approaches, exemplified by the contrast between the EU's rights-based model and the US's sectoral approach. The Schrems II case vividly illustrates the complexities in achieving truly global data protection standards, underscoring the ongoing struggle to balance effective protection with the free flow of information in our interconnected digital ecosystem. E-commerce law harmonization. The digital marketplace demands a consistent legal environment, driving efforts to harmonize e-commerce laws globally. As shown on the slide, key instruments like the UNCITRAL Model Law on Electronic Commerce and the UN Convention on Electronic Communications in International Contracts lay the groundwork for a unified approach. Within the European Union, the Directive on Electronic Commerce establishes a harmonized framework for online services, setting a benchmark for regional integration. Efforts extend beyond Europe, with initiatives like the ASEAN Agreement on Electronic Commerce facilitating cross-border digital trade in Southeast Asia. However, significant challenges persist, particularly in harmonizing consumer protection standards across diverse jurisdictions. As we look to the future, the legal landscape must evolve to address emerging technologies like blockchain-based smart contracts and decentralized marketplaces, ensuring that our legal frameworks keep pace with the rapid innovations reshaping global commerce. Intellectual property protection standardization. In the digital age, intellectual property protection faces unprecedented challenges, driving efforts towards global standardization. As highlighted on the slide, key instruments like the WIPO Copyright Treaty and the WIPO Performances and Phonograms Treaty address the unique challenges posed by digital technologies. ICANN's Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy provides a standardized approach to resolving domain name disputes, a critical aspect of online IP protection. Within Europe, the Unitary Patent and Unified Patent Court initiative aims to streamline patent protection across member states, offering a glimpse into the future of harmonized IP frameworks. However, significant hurdles remain, particularly in harmonizing approaches to intermediary liability for IP infringement across jurisdictions. The ongoing challenge lies in creating a balanced global framework that protects IP rights while fostering innovation and knowledge access in our interconnected digital environment, reflecting the complex task of adapting traditional IP concepts to the realities of cyberspace. Technical standards and protocols in cyber law. Technical standards and protocols form the invisible architecture of our digital world, profoundly shaping the landscape of cyber law. As illustrated on the slide, organizations like IETF, W3C, ISO, IEC, NIST, ITU, and IEA play crucial roles in developing standards for Internet communication and security. These technical standards transcend mere engineering specifications. They increasingly influence global cybersecurity practices and carry significant weight in legal proceedings. Courts now reference industry standards to assess the adequacy of security measures, blurring the line between technical and legal norms. The challenge lies in aligning rapidly evolving technical standards with often slower-moving legal frameworks. This necessitates an ongoing dialogue between technologists, policymakers, and legal experts, underscoring the critical interplay between technical innovation and legal adaptation in effective cyber governance. Soft law instruments and industry self-regulation. Soft law instruments and industry self-regulation have emerged as powerful forces in shaping the cyber law landscape. As shown on the slide, initiatives like the Unguiding Principles on Business and Human Rights and industry-led efforts such as the Global Network Initiative Principles demonstrate the growing influence of non-binding guidelines. Corporate policies of major tech companies often set de facto global standards, wielding influence that can rival or exceed traditional legislative processes. The Cybersecurity Tech Accord represents a collective commitment from industry players to enhance digital security. While these soft law approaches offer flexibility and rapid adaptation to technological changes, they also raise important questions about accountability and enforcement. The challenge lies in striking a delicate balance between the adaptability of self-regulation and the enforceability of hard law, ensuring that industry-led efforts contribute meaningfully to broader cyber governance frameworks without undermining legal oversight. Regional harmonization efforts. Regional harmonization efforts play a crucial role in creating coherent cyber law frameworks that address shared challenges while respecting local contexts. As highlighted on the slide, the European Union's digital single market strategy, including the far-reaching GDPR, has set a global benchmark for data protection and digital governance. In Southeast Asia, ASEAN's framework on digital data governance facilitates cross-border data flows, fostering regional digital integration. The African Union's digital transformation strategy outlines a vision for harmonized digital policies across the continent, while the Organization of American States cybersecurity strategy focuses on regional cooperation in tackling cyber threats. These regional initiatives contribute significantly to legal coherence within their respective spheres. However, the key challenge lies in fostering interoperability between these regional frameworks while working towards broader international consensus, ensuring that regional harmonization efforts contribute to, rather than fragment, the global cyber law landscape. Challenges in cyber law unification and standardization. The path to cyber law unification and standardization is fraught with formidable challenges, reflecting the complex interplay of legal, technological, and geopolitical factors. As illustrated on the slide, fundamental differences between common and civil law traditions pose significant obstacles to creating truly unified legal frameworks. The varying levels of technological development across nations further complicate implementation efforts, creating a digital divide in legal harmonization. The persistent tension between national sovereignty and the need for global governance in cyberspace remains a central challenge. Enforcing harmonized laws across jurisdictions proves particularly daunting, especially in cross-border cases where conflicting national interests come into play. perhaps most critically, the rapid pace of technological change continually outstrips lawmaking efforts, requiring constant adaptation and flexibility in legal frameworks. These multifaceted challenges underscore the complexity of achieving meaningful unification and standardization in cyber law. Conclusion, ongoing process, and future outlook. As we conclude our exploration of cyber law unification and standardization, it's clear that this is an ongoing process crucial for addressing the global challenges of our digital age. While significant progress has been made in areas such as cybercrime legislation, data protection, e-commerce regulations, and IP protection, the journey is far from complete. The future of cyber law demands flexible approaches that can evolve alongside rapid technological advancements. Balancing global standards with local context remains a persistent challenge, underscoring the importance of diplomacy and international cooperation. As we look ahead, the process of unification and standardization will play a key role in fostering trust in digital systems, facilitating international cooperation against cyber threats, and promoting inclusive global digital development. The ongoing efforts to harmonize cyber law are not just legal exercises. They are essential steps towards creating a more secure, stable, and equitable cyberspace for all. The place of cyber law in the legal system and its interaction with other branches of law and scientific disciplines. Introduction to cyber law's place in the legal system. Cyber law stands at the crossroads of traditional legal domains and cutting-edge technology, occupying a unique position in our legal framework. As illustrated on the slide, its interdisciplinary nature is evident in its significant interactions with constitutional, criminal, contract, tort, intellectual property, and administrative law. The concepts of lex informatica and code as law suggest a paradigm shift where technological architectures themselves function as a form of regulation. This challenges our traditional legal categorization, compelling us to reevaluate how we conceptualize and organize legal disciplines in the digital age. The evolution of cyber law from a niche area to a fundamental aspect of modern legal systems underscores its critical importance in addressing the unique challenges posed by our increasingly digital world. As we delve deeper, we'll uncover how cyber law is not just adapting to technological change, but actively shaping the future of legal thought and practice. Cyber law and constitutional principles. The intersection of cyber law and constitutional principle has profoundly reshaped our understanding of fundamental rights in the digital age. As highlighted on the slide, landmark cases like Reno v. ACLU and Carpenter v. United States have redefined free speech and privacy doctrines in the online context. Digital technologies are forcing courts to adapt evidentiary rules, challenging traditional notions of due process. The German Constitutional Court's recognition of the right to informational self-determination has influenced data protection laws globally, illustrating the far-reaching impact of cyber law on constitutional interpretations. Debates surrounding Internet access as a fundamental right have gained traction, reflected in resolutions that underscore the growing recognition of digital rights. As we navigate this evolving landscape, the tension between national security imperatives and individual privacy rights in the digital realm continues to challenge courts and policymakers alike. Cyber law and criminal law. The digital age has compelled criminal law to evolve rapidly, adapting to address the unique challenges posed by cybercrime. As shown on the slide, legislation like the U.S. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act has criminalized unauthorized access to computer systems, marking a significant shift in how we conceptualize criminal behavior in the digital realm. Landmark cases such as United States v. Morris have established crucial precedents for cybercrime prosecutions, shaping the legal landscape. The transnational nature of cybercrimes has highlighted the critical need for international cooperation, driving initiatives like the Convention on Cybercrime to harmonize laws across borders. Digital evidence collection presents novel challenges, pushing the boundaries of traditional legal concepts surrounding privacy and search scope. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll uncover how cyber law is not just responding to technological change, but actively reshaping the fundamentals of criminal justice in our interconnected world. Cyber law and contract law. The digital revolution has fundamentally transformed contract law, challenging centuries-old principles and practices. As illustrated on the slide, legislation like the US e-Sign Act and EU eIDAS regulation have established the legal equivalence of electronic signatures, ushering in a new era of digital transactions. Landmark cases such as Spec v. Netscape Communications Corp. have set crucial precedents for online contract formation, grappling with the unique challenges of digital consent. The emergence of smart contracts powered by blockchain technology presents novel challenges in interpretation and enforcement, pushing the boundaries of traditional contract law. Consumer protection in e-commerce has gained prominence, addressed through regulations like the EU Directive on Consumer Rights. As we explore further, we'll uncover how cyber law is not merely adapting contract principles to the digital realm, but actively reshaping our understanding of agreement, consent, and enforcement in the 21st century. Cyber law and court law. Tort law has undergone a remarkable transformation in the digital age, adapting to address the unique harms that arise in cyberspace. As highlighted on the slide, cases like Zarin v. America Online, Inc. have reshaped our understanding of defamation in the digital realm, profoundly influencing platform liability. The emergence of cyber tort as a concept reflects the legal system's attempt to grapple with digital harms and incentivize robust cybersecurity practices. Courts are increasingly applying negligence principles to evaluate cybersecurity practices in data breach cases, establishing new standards of care for the digital age. The rise of AI and autonomous systems present unprecedented challenges for tort liability attribution, pushing the boundaries of traditional legal concepts. As we delve deeper, we'll explore how the intersection of tort law with data protection regulations is introducing new dimensions to privacy-related claims, reshaping our understanding of harm and liability in the digital world. Cyber law and intellectual property. The digital revolution has profoundly reshaped the landscape of intellectual property law, challenging traditional notions of creation, ownership, and infringement. As shown on the slide, landmark cases like MGM Studios v. Grokster have grappled with the complexities of copyright protection in the age of digital distribution. Trademark law has adapted to the online environment through mechanisms like ICANN's Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy, addressing the unique challenges of online brand protection. The Digital Millennium Copyright Act introduced new protections for technological measures controlling access to copyrighted works, reflecting the evolving nature of digital rights management. Virtual worlds and emerging technologies continue to push the boundaries of IP enforcement, raising novel questions about ownership and infringement in digital spaces. As we explore further, we'll uncover how open source licensing is challenging traditional notions of IP management, reflecting the ongoing tension between protection and innovation in the digital age. Cyber law and administrative law. Administrative law has emerged as a crucial battleground in the regulation of cyberspace, grappling with the challenges posed by rapidly evolving digital technologies. As illustrated on the slide, the debate over the Federal Communications Commission's authority in Internet regulation, particularly concerning net neutrality, exemplified by cases like Mozilla Corp. v. FCC, underscores the complex interplay between administrative powers and digital governance. The Federal Trade Commission has taken a leading role in online consumer protection and data privacy enforcement, adapting traditional administrative tools to the digital landscape. The General Data Protection Regulation has empowered data protection authorities with significant enforcement powers, reshaping the administrative landscape of privacy regulation. As we delve deeper, we'll explore how specialized administrative mechanisms like ICANN's UDRP are addressing unique cyber issues, reflecting the need for adaptive and flexible approaches to administrative rulemaking in our rapidly changing digital environment. Cyber law and international law. The borderless nature of cyberspace has pushed international law into uncharted territories, challenging traditional notions of sovereignty and jurisdiction. As highlighted on the slide, the Tallinn Manual represents a groundbreaking effort to articulate how existing international law applies to cyber operations, reflecting the growing recognition of cyberspace as a domain of international concern. United Nations resolutions have affirmed the importance of protecting human rights online, extending traditional rights into the digital realm. The Budapest Convention on Cybercrime stands as a testament to international efforts to combat digital threats through cooperative legal frameworks. However, the attribution of state-sponsored cyber operations remains a significant challenge, hindering enforcement and accountability in cyberspace. As we explore further, we'll uncover how these developments are reshaping our understanding of state responsibility and international cooperation in the digital age, pushing the boundaries of traditional international law. Cyber law's interdisciplinary nature. The interdisciplinary nature of cyber law reflects the complex interplay between legal frameworks and technological innovation. As shown on the slide, cyber law intersects with computer science in critical areas such as algorithmic accountability and AI ethics, pushing the boundaries of traditional legal concepts. The field of information security profoundly influences legal frameworks, with technical standards often incorporated directly into regulations. Digital forensics has become an indispensable tool in cyber law enforcement, bridging the gap between technical evidence and legal proceedings. The study of human-computer interaction is reshaping legal considerations in areas like informed consent, reflecting the evolving nature of user engagement in the digital realm. As we delve deeper, we'll explore how emerging technologies like blockchain are challenging fundamental legal concepts, necessitating a truly interdisciplinary approach to address the complex legal challenges of our digital age. Conclusion: cyber law's role and future. As we conclude our exploration of cyber law's place in the legal system, it's clear that its role transcends traditional legal boundaries. As illustrated on the slide, cyber law's position as both a distinct field and a cross-cutting discipline underscores its critical importance in modern legal thought. Its interactions with other legal branches and scientific disciplines reflect the pervasive impact of digital technologies on every aspect of our lives. Cyber law is not merely responding to technological change, it's actively driving legal innovation, compelling other areas of law to adapt and evolve. As we look to the future, the field's development will likely see increased collaboration between legal and technical experts, bridging the gap between law and technology. The ongoing evolution of cyber law reflects the fundamental need to adapt our legal systems to the rapidly changing digital landscape, ensuring that law remains relevant and effective in addressing the complex challenges of our interconnected world. Thank you for attention.